I want to react to a comment left in one of my videos. A man who wrote that his wife decided 20 years ago to stop intimacy and sex, and all he can do is masturbate. First, I want to say that if that's you, you're not crazy for grieving that. Sex isn't just sex. For many people, it's a lot of things: touch, closeness, belonging, reassurance, play, connection. And I'm not going to tell you that that's not important. A partner is allowed, though, on the other hand, to say no to sex. They don't owe you sex. But in a committed relationship, it is not okay to shut down intimacy for decades and expect the other person to just absorb the loneliness without conversation, accountability, or care. So, if you're in this situation, what can you do? First, stop having the sex talk. Start having the intimacy talk. Instead of, why don't we have sex and nagging, try saying, I miss you. I miss feeling close to you. I don't want a roommate. I want a connection. Can we talk about what has changed? Keep it calm, non-accusatory, but be firm. Get specific and reduce performance pressure. Many people avoid intimacy because sex becomes a job, expectations, pressure, fear of disappointing, fear of pain, trauma, body image issues, resentment, hormone changes, medical issues, chronic illness, or emotional disconnection. So ask gentle questions. Is it emotional distance, physical discomfort, resentment, shame? What would feel safe for you? Cuddling, kissing, massage, showering together, sleeping naked, holding hands, kissing? Start with non-sexual touch to rebuild intimacy and do not demand intercourse. Also, create a connection ritual. Before you negotiate sex, pick 2 small rituals for, let's say, 30 days. 10 minutes of uninterrupted talking daily or daily hugging, kissing hello and goodbye, 1 weekly date with no problem solving conversations, and touch in which the goal is not sex. This is behavioral modification. You're retraining the relationship from distance to closeness. If this doesn't work, bring in help. Therapy should not be a last resort. A sex therapist or couples counselor can translate what's really happening underneath: the avoidance, the anxiety, the grief, the anger, the trauma, the health problems, mismatched desire, into something that can be worked on. Sometimes you need a skilled third party so the conversation doesn't turn into blame and it doesn't turn into a fight. And if your spouse still refuses to engage, you get help for you. If your partner won't talk or won't try, won't negotiate, won't seek help, you still have choices. Not impulsive choices, but real choices. Boundaries, individual therapy, support groups, and a plan for how long you're going to live a life that isn't defined by deprivation. Masturbation can be healthy, but if it's the only outlet that you have for decades and you're longing a better connection, you're longing that relationship with your spouse, then it becomes isolation. Here's the takeaway for you. Ask for intimacy clearly. Offer a path that feels safe. Get support for yourself. And if you're met with permanent refusal, don't suffer silently. Get help. Reclaim your dignity. You deserve intimacy. You deserve a conversation, and you deserve to have the intimate life that you envision.